If a bunch of dudes came up to you and said, hey, we want to make miniatures for you, what minis do you want us to make? What would you say? I know what I'd say. MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com, and these are the top 10 things I would say if I was making miniatures, which we happen to be making them. Number 1, they're not ChaosBace Marines. Although they look chaotic in nature, and from a distance they can easily be mistaken for ChaosBace Marines, they are their own thing. They're part of a line of miniatures from Ravaged and the result of my passion and love for chaotic miniatures. But it needs to be understood that they are their own thing. Number 2, they can be proxies. Others in the community have proxied them for various armies from various gaming systems. And how surreal is it for me to see this in mass? Everything from battle reports to different paint schemes, it's insane. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy what I was seeing. Number 3, they come pre-assembled right out of the box. No assembly required. Ran a poll to the YouTube community. It was over 20,000 votes. Over 80% said, Dave, please pre-assembled miniatures. Apparently, a lot of time is spent assembling miniatures, whereas the time wants to be spent more so on painting and playing. You feel the same? Let me know. Let's see if that sentiment still rings true. Number 4, they are durable. I literally ran over one with my truck. Although it's extreme, I couldn't help but be curious. So the practical application here is, if they fall off the table, are they gonna break? On many occasions, I've dropped them off the table, thrown them against a wall, down the hallway, whatever. I just needed to know. The merits and quality of the miniature had to stand by itself. And for those who have Veil Touch miniatures, let us know what you think. Are they durable? Number 5, they're highly detailed. This is a result of art and sculpting styles. Now, the high detail can be seen as a good or bad thing. The biggest criticism is they're too detailed. And the biggest praise is they're highly detailed. So it really all depends on your preference. I happen to like highly detailed miniatures, and the vast majority of us in the community also like that. That seems to be the consensus, which personally I'm happy with. Number 6, they're beginner friendly for painters due to their high detail. Techniques such as dry brushing is really rewarding because you can immediately see the results of your paint jobs, as well as other techniques such as the popularized slap chopping, where one adds a layer of light shade underneath the specialized paints, which are intended to go on in just one coat. Obviously, this is super rudimentary, but if you're a beginner, then there's nothing worse than the overwhelm that can be felt due to the many techniques that are available. Number 7, there's a lot of sculpts. I mean, there's a lot of them, like seriously, like varying sizes. We got everything from 28mm cultists to 120 by 90 mil monstrous creatures to tanks and 32 mil heroic miniatures that are warriors on the battlefield, all the way to the chaotically spiky ones that you can see as maybe possessed. Number 8, each base comes pre-textured. Compared to some of the other lines of miniatures that not only require assembly, but include plain bases, which to be fair, some people prefer, Veil Touch miniatures come with unique bases that add to the character and flavor of the army. This drastically cuts down on the time it would normally take to base your minis and unlocks time to immediately paint and play. Number 9, they are flexible. If a weapon is bent or somehow out of shape, you can heat it up with hot water and repose it to your liking. The plastic is made so that it stiffens upon cooling. This gives peace of mind knowing that we're not forever stuck with bent weapons. And finally, number 10, they are the most popular faction in Ravaged. The obvious reason being they were the first faction to be introduced before the rules of the tabletop miniature wargame were introduced. We wanted to generate curiosity and the interest based on the merits of the aesthetics before anything else. They had to pass the rule of cool tests. They had to pass the, hey, that looks really cool. I want to know more about these miniatures. Tell me more about them. So what's the call to action here? There's links provided. They're on pre-order right now through GameFound, and you can get every single miniature that's available in the Veil Touch line. There's over 1,500 wargamers in the playtesters group. And as a community, we are crafting this experience for not just those who already love tabletop miniature wargames, but for those who are new. I'm MiniWarGamer Dave, and these are 10 things you need to know about the Veil Touched.